Just bear with us. We just have a little bit of a technical issues just for the people streaming at home. I apologize, but we're just trying to fix it. So if you could just be patient. So thank you.
Please rise as you are able. I now call this meeting of City Council to order. Canada, my home and native land, true patriot love in all of us land. With glowing hearts we see rise, a true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep the land, glorious and free. We stand on guard for thee.
The City of Barrie acknowledges the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe people, which include the Odawa, Ojibwe, and Potawatomi nations, collectively known as the Three Fire Confederate. We also acknowledge the Wendat Nation, who occupied these lands prior period to the middle of the 17th century. We are dedicated in honoring Indigenous history and culture and recognizing the enduring presence of Indigenous people on this lands. We are committed to moving forward in the spirits of reconciliation, respect with all First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people. You may be seated. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I'm going to call this meeting to order. As you can tell, I am not Mayor Nuttall. It looks like I've been stuffed in the dryer compared to him. So bear with me. The first item on the agenda is the recognition of our student mayor. Giovanni was representing Margarita de Uville Catholic Elementary School and was sworn in the office November 5th, 2025 for a 3-week term of office. I would like to invite Giovanni to provide comments about his experience as the student mayor.
First off, I'd like to thank everyone for the opportunity to sit in and listen to how the council handles the issues that affect Barrie and its residents. I'd also like to take this opportunity to appreciate all the opportunities I got to, take the tours and visit the fire hall and the emergency services building. I think the exposure I got with this program will go a long way in future jobs and other goals that I have for myself. I would like to thank Deputy Mayor Thompson and Mrs. MacDonald. If he wasn't telling me what was happening, I wouldn't know what was happening. I'd also like to thank him for all the minutes that he so kindly spared, and Mrs. MacDonald, because without her, I wouldn't have been sworn in or been here. Um, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm an air cadet, and they always like encourage citizen like participation. So I think that's really what made me look at this program. Anyways, thank you all for a great term, and to the new student mayors, I hope you learn as much and have as great a time as I did.
Just a second. So thank you for your commitment. On behalf of City Council, I would like to present you with certificate commencing your term as student mayor. It was a pleasure to have you join us. So thank you, Javon. Perfect. Now we move on to the swearing in of Michelle and Camille, who represent Hillcrest Public Elementary School. I will now call upon Tracy McDonald, the deputy clerk, to swear in the incoming student mayors.
Having been elected to the office of student mayor for the period of November 19th, 2025 to December 3rd, 2025, do solemnly promise and declare
I, Camille, and Michelle, have been elected to the office of student mayor for the period of November 19th, 2025 to December 3rd, 2025, do solemnly promise and declare
that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability.
that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability.
That I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or in any other improper manner.
That I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or in any other improper manner.
That I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
That I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
That I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III.
That I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III.
And I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously, believing it to be true, and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
And I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously, believing it to be true and knowing that it is the same force and effect as if made under oath.
Welcome to council, Michelle and Camille, and I hope you enjoy your term of office. So welcome. On your seats, you have the agenda. Councillor Nagusi will be able to help you navigate through the agenda. And then when that guy shows up, he'll be able to help you too. I would now go around the members of council to introduce to the new student mayors, starting with Councillor Reba.
Well, welcome your worships to City Council. My name is Claire Riepma and I'm the councillor for Ward 1.
Welcome, Michelle and Camille. I'm Craig Nixon. I'm the councillor in Ward 2.
Very well, warm welcome to you both. I'm Anne Marie Kungle, the councillor for Ward 3.
Your worships, welcome aboard. I'm Amy Corser. I'm the councillor for Ward 4.
Welcome to council. I'm Deputy Mayor Thompson, Ward 5 councillor. Congratulations.
Welcome to the City Council. My name is Ngusi, Ward 6 councillor.
Welcome and congratulations. I'm Councillor Gary Harvey, Ward 7.
Congratulations, Camille and Michelle. I am Jim Harris, councillor for Ward 8.
Welcome to council, your worship. Sergio Morales, Ward 9 councillor.
Welcome to you both. I'm Bryn Hamilton, Ward 10 councillor.
On behalf of Mayor Nuttall, who actually was under the weather, who had to leave, I would hate for the people at home not to have it on their bingo card. Councillor Morales and Mayor Nuttall were both student mayors and represented their school, so it could lead to great things. So welcome to council. So as we move on to the items of business, the first one is the confirmation of the minutes. The minutes of the City Council meeting held November 12th, 2025 have been circulated. Are there any corrections? Seeing none, the minutes are adopted as printed and circulated. We will now move on to awards and recognition. There are 2 items listed under the awards and recognition. The first one, 6.1, is recognition of the Barrie Soccer Club 2009 U16 girl team on winning the 2025 Ontario Cup Provincial Champs. On behalf, well, yes. On behalf of Mayor Nuttall, Barrie City Council, I'd like to congratulate the Barrie Soccer Club 2009 U16 team on winning the 2025 Ontario Cup Provincial Champs. I will now invite Will, the coach, to the podium to say a few words about the season and hand out the certificates to the young ladies.
Thank you, Council, for having us tonight and honoring these young ladies that are in front of you. I can't say enough about the hard work that they've put in, not just this past year, but the majority of this group here has been with us on this team and within the club for several years, probably to the ages of 4 or 5 when they started, and in the competitive program since 8 or 9. So it's a very well-deserved championship for them. They've kind of knocked on the door the last couple of years. Last year we're provincial finalists, losing out by just a shootout by 1 or 2 penalty shots, and this year they came back with a vengeance to win it. So we're hoping to go back for a 3rd visit this year and hopefully win and maybe go to nationals. So the girls are an incredible group. Very well deserved. Couldn't be more proud of them. So thank you for having us tonight. Thank you. Congratulations.
So if you just want to call the women, the young ladies up, sure. And maybe I'll just say a quick few words. This is a volunteer thing, and I look around the audience and all the parents and the dedication that comes with that. So I don't have certificates for the parents, just the players, but they also deserve one. So I'll leave this with you and you can call them up.
That's great. Thank you.
No problem.
We'll start with Emma. Just hang over here. We'll take a picture. Ava. Haley. Renee. Natalie. Meredith. Avery. Bryn. Kira. Zadie. Nicole. Kara. Campbell. Gabriella. Samantha. Jamie. Ella. And I'll ask my coaching staff to come up as well. Ralph, Sean, Dom, and Kristen. We also like to congratulate Briley. Unfortunately, Briley wasn't able to join us tonight, but we'll make sure we get that to her. Perfect. You want to get a photo? We'll get a photo. We want me to turn around here and get a photo with Bree?
Stand this way and somebody.
Yeah.
There, that's.
You want to take it? What we're
Stand there.
Come on in. Come on.
Now, I will say that this is riveting information. If you would like to leave, we won't be offended, but I would imagine there's other places you'd rather be. So we'll take a 1-minute break. And if you guys would like to leave, you're more than welcome. And thank you so much for coming. Thank you. I'll call the meeting back to order. For our second presentation, it is by the Barrie and District Stamp Club through the Sir Robert Barrie Room Committee and Frame Collection of the historic stamps of the HMCS Barrie K138. And now I will ask Councillor Kungl to join at the podium. And if we could run the presentation that they have provided, please and thank you.
Deputy Mayor Thompson, and to those present, just formally say how pleased I am to see you all here this evening. I had the distinct pleasure, along with Councillor Claire Riepma, as we're on the Heritage Committee, of getting to know Rob Clark, his passion and his involvement with the Art Club, but really hearing a little bit about how this came to be. And so very excited. So while other members are not here this evening, I know they're watching and applauding, and the Heritage Committee is very excited to see what you've achieved. So to no further ado, it's my pleasure to call upon Mr. Ted Kupka, President of the Barrie and District Stamp Club, to the podium for the presentation and then grand unveiling. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. Your Worship, Deputy Mayor Thompson, Honorary Mayors Michelle and Camilla, go girls, esteemed councillors, honored guests. My name is Ted Kupka, President of the Barrie District Stamp Club, and I'd like to introduce 3 other club members who were instrumental in bringing this project to life. Mr. Willie Schlater on my far left. He's a retired Canadian Navy veteran. Mr. Dave Haynes, just to his left, or right rather. He's a retired Canadian Air Force vet. And Mr. Rob Clark, who was the driving force in being instrumental in bringing this project to life. So how did this come about? During a visit to City Hall in June of this year, Rob happened by the scale model of the HMCS Barrie located in the Rotunda. This is where the genesis of the project began, and tonight's presentation is a culmination of the journey that started then. This slide depicts the issue from the Second World War themed stamps in 1942. It was to honor various aspects of the industry behind producing many of the war items that were used. I'd have to apologize to Dave Haynes. This is not the complete set. There is a 6 and 7 cent issue that depicts the Canadian Air Force Commonwealth Training Program. I couldn't find a good one. I apologize. So what we're going to concentrate on is this one here. This stamp shows a Flower Class Corvette being built in dry dock. It just so happens that construction was completed on our ship, His Majesty's Canadian ship Barrie, and it was launched on November 23rd, 1940 in Collingwood. This is almost 85 years to today's date that ship was launched. Initially known as K138, it was commissioned on 12th of May, 1941 in Montreal. Thus began its war service. The naming of ships after cities and towns in Canada was designed to garner both financial support and, through the purchase of war bonds, the donation of clothing, Christmas gifts, cards, and the like from the members of the Barrie community. This encouraged support at home as well as boosted morale for sailors on duty. This last slide, and it's a little tough to see, this shows the completed exhibit that we wish to present to you and the citizens of Barrie this evening. In the framed exhibit, there is a newspaper excerpt on the top left showing the bond between the townspeople and between their namesake Corvette. The photo of the HMCS Barrie is the top center. In the top right corner is a picture of their unofficial ship's mascot, known as Pachito Pistole. I hope I pronounced that correct, which was developed from a Disney character in 1939. And the ship's jacket's badge is on the lower right there. We would like now to present the framed historical postal collection to His Worship Deputy Mayor Thompson and the people of Barrie. Well done. Oh, go for it.
Actually, what do you painted a picture of that right here?
You need to get in there, huh?
You get to do this very often. Today.
Are we supposed to be able to?
Yes, of course. Yeah, you'll be back shortly. No, probably not.
I'm short. You'll still be in the picture, right? Okay, I got a great spot here, so. 1, 2, 3, Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese. Here we go.
Councillor Ribbuck, could you come up here as well, as you're part of the Heritage Committee?
I will extend the same offer as it is riveting to watch TV, but if you guys have other places and you would like to leave, we will give you that same grace. Absolutely.
There we go. Thank you. We would ask that this historical collage be exhibited in the mayor's outer office so that it will enhance the original painting of HMCS Barrie on convoy duty in the North Atlantic by Peter Rindlischbacher. In closing, we would like to acknowledge the assistance that was provided by Major Retired Jean-Maurice Pigeon, thank you, the chair of the Sir Robert Barrie Committee, as well as committee member Lieutenant Colonel Retired Bill Sargent. Thank you. Thank you.
Ted, it's funny when you come up with all the people you did, I thought like heavyweights. I'm fortunate enough to serve on the IRC with Councillor Jim Harris, with Mr. Peugeot and Mr. Sargent, and the dedication to the history and the passion of our city is second to none with these two gentlemen. So I thank you for everything all of you do for our city, and I appreciate that.
I thank them profusely. They
keep me in line.
all of the boo-boos I had. Thank you.
Moving along into item 9, Councillor Harris, do you have a motion regarding tax applications?
Yes, Deputy Mayor Thompson, I do. It's moved by myself and seconded by Councilor Negussi, tax application, that the list of applications to council for cancellation, reduction, or addition to taxes dated November 19th, 2025, submitted by the treasurer in the amount of $17,601.65 be approved.
Thank you. Moved by Councillor Jim Harris, second by Councillor Negussi, that the list of applicant to council for cancellation, reduction, in addition to taxes dated November 19th, 2025, submitted by the treasurer in the amount of $17,601.65 be approved. Prior to calling the vote, Madam Clerk, have we received any objection to the list of applicants, cancellations, reductions, or addition to tax? Are there any comments or questions from members of council?
Deputy Mayor Thompson, we have not received any objections as well.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. With that, I will call the vote. It carries. Councillor Harris, I believe you have the committee reports.
Yes, Deputy Mayor Thompson. It's moved by myself and seconded by Councilor Negussi that Section A of the General Committee Report dated November 19th, 2025 be received. That's confidential labor relations, employment negotiations, QP negotiations, HRS 001-25.
Moved by Councillor Harris, second by Councillor Negussi, that Section A of the General Committee Report dated November 19th, 2025 be received. HRS 001-25, confidential labor relations, employee negotiations, QP negotiations, HRS 001-25. Do I see anybody with questions? I call the vote. All those in favor? Unanimous. It carries. Councillor Harris.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Thompson. It's moved by myself and seconded by Councillor Negussi that Section B of the General Committee Report dated November 19th, 2025 be adopted. HRS 001-25, labor negotiations, employee negotiations, QP negotiations, HRS 001-25.
Moved by Councillor Harris, second by Councillor Negussi, that Section B of the General Committee Report dated November 19th, 2025 be adopted. HRS 001-25, labor relations, employee negotiations, QP negotiations, HRS 001-25. Are there any comments from members of council? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. Those in favor? Carries unanimously. This takes us to deferred business, which we have none. Direct motions, seeing none. We've already dealt with presentations. We are now at inquiries. Is there any inquiries of staff from members of council? Seeing none, we will move into announcements. Councillor Congo.
Thank you. Very quick, but just because we've had some changes with some committee meetings, just a reminder that we do have Heritage meeting next Tuesday night, and then Communities in Bloom resumes the first Tuesday of December.
Perfect. Anybody else? Councillor Corser.
Yes, I just wanted to congratulate everybody that was involved in putting together the Barrie Arts Awards last night, because they were absolutely amazing. And I saw some new dance moves by staff members that I will not name publicly, And it was a really good night. And every year I go to this, it always gets better and better. And fabulous time. So if you have an opportunity to check that out online, please do, because there is some amazing talent and there is a lot of amazing people that won awards, that were spoken of, and I have to say that our city should be pretty proud of its residents in the art community. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Corser. Anybody else have any announcements? Councillor Harris.
I'll just say quickly, thank you, Deputy Mayor Thompson, that there will be a Ward 8 Town Hall on December 16th. So look forward to more information on that. So thank you.
Anybody else? I have a few on behalf of Mayor Nuttall. I am pleased to announce that the city has partnered with Service Ontario to offer online marriage application system. For further information, please visit barrie.ca/marriage license. Barrie and Fire Emergency Station 6, located at 845 Mapleview Drive East, now open. The new fire station will serve the growing demands for emergency service in Barrie's southeast area. Residents are invited to an open house on Friday, November 28th between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. For further information, please visit barrie.ca. And that concludes the announcements. Councillor Harris, I believe you have the confirmation bylaw.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Thompson. It's moved by myself and seconded by Councillor Negussie, confirmation bylaw, that leave be granted to introduce the following bill, and this bill be read a first, second, and third time this day and finally passed. Bill 119.
Moved by Councillor Harris, second by Councillor Negussie. Leave be granted to introduce the following bill, and this bill be read a first, second, and third time on this day and finally passed. Bill 119, confirmation bylaw. I'll call the vote. All in favor? It passes. Don't all bite my hand off, but I'll ask for a motion for adjourn. Moved by Councillor Harris and second by Councillor Hamilton. All those in favor? Unanimously. Funny. The meeting's adjourned at 7:57.